Hello, Jaguar students. It's your friendly neighborhood math teacher, Mr. Allred, and I'm so humbled, excited, and thrilled to bring you here live to Unit 1, mini lesson number 1, a review of ratios. This mini lesson will feel mostly like a review from 6th grade math. We'll talk about ratios and make sure that we're all on the same page about what they are and how to determine unit rates before we move on into the real meat of our unit where we'll talk about proportional reasoning and percents. Guys, get excited. This is a big unit. I'm very excited to bring it all to you. And to be with you throughout this journey is truly a blessing, and I'm very thankful for it. Okay, here we go. Unit 1, mini lesson number 1, a review of ratios, which just so happens to be your first entry in your brand new table of contents. Please make note of that in your table of contents. Please put it in your binder when we're done watching this. Here we go. Because it's entry number 1, you're going to write that on the very top right-hand side of the page, and we're going to get started. Please tell Udpuzzle what you remember about ratios. Go. That's right. A ratio is a comparison of two numbers by division. For example, if there were 12 boys in the class and 9 girls in the class, we could, in fact, make a ratio with that information by saying there's 12 boys to 9 girls. We could, of course, simplify that ratio by taking 3 and putting it into both numbers. 3 goes into 12 4 times. 3 goes into 9 3 times. So there's a ratio of 4 boys to 3 girls, simplified. Of course, you remember from last year, there's 3 different ways to write ratios. You can write them with a colon, 4 apples to 6 bananas. You can actually write the word 2 in there and say there's 4 apples to 6 bananas, or you can write it as a fraction, 4 apples to 6 bananas. Okay? Very exciting apples and bananas situation we have going on there. I know you're probably on the edge of your seats as you're watching this. Okay? A rate is just a fancy word for ratio. The specific thing is that it has different units, and we have to make sure we take account for that. It's a ratio of 2 different quantities. Quantities is a big math word for numbers with different units. You must include units when you're writing rates, or it won't make any sense. For example, over Labor Day weekend, I ate 12 hot dogs in 2 hours. That's not a lie. You can ask my wife, and she will say, yes, that is true. I ate 12 hot dogs in 2 hours. But when I wrote it as a rate, if I didn't write hours, you would think maybe I was talking about years or, for God's sakes, minutes or something like that. 12 hot dogs for 2 hours. The fact that I use units makes it very specific, makes it easier to understand. If I just said 12 hot dogs for 2, you wouldn't know what in the world I was talking about now, would you? No, you wouldn't, okay? So it's important that we always write our units down. Math teachers haven't just told you that forever just so that you would do it. We've told you that because it makes sense and it helps us understand things easier, okay? The big buzzword here in this particular mini lesson is the word unit rate. We have to know what a unit rate is if we want to be successful here in Unit 1. A unit rate helps us understand rates more clearly because they are simplified so that the denominator is 1. Please tell Edpuzzle what in the world denominator means. That's right. If you told Edpuzzle that the denominator was the bottom number in a fraction, boom, you're exactly right. That's what it is, okay? If I was biking, I went 75 miles in 3 hours. First of all, I need to chill out because that's way too fast. Second of all, my rate would be 75 miles to 3 hours. But my unit rate, guys, wow, for that, I'd have to take the numerator and divide it by the denominator and get 25 miles per hour. Okay, that is where 25 miles per hour comes from. It is the numerator divided by the denominator. In fact, the rate simplifies so that the denominator is 1. On this Jaguar team, there's 112 students for 4 teachers, guys. That's the rate. The rate is 112 students for 4 teachers. The unit rate, however, I take 112 and divide it by 4, I get 28. So there are 28 students per teacher on this Jaguar team. Isn't that lovely? We are so excited that all of you are here. Okay, you're going to try the next 2 examples on your own. You're going to find the unit rate. You're going to tell Edpuzzle what you get, and then you're going to see if you are correct, and hopefully you are. If you're not, remember that mistakes help our brain grow. Okay, it's very important that making mistakes helps our brain grow. You have to realize that. All right, 36 miles in 4 hours. You tried, and you hopefully got 9 miles per hour. That's the unit rate. 11 tablespoons per 2 quarts for weed killer. You tried that, and hopefully you got 5.5 or 5.5 tablespoons per quart. I'm very excited and humbled to tell you that that is actually the end of today's notes. Okay, tomorrow in class we'll look at some coupons that I'll hand out to you, and we will actually try to find some unit rates of different items in those coupons, and we will see maybe if we can make some comparisons, some easy comparisons between different items based on their unit rates. I bet you'll be able to. Okay, it's been a pleasure doing business with you here for the last 5 minutes and 36 seconds. Please remember that of all the students I've ever taught, you are one of them. Make it a great day or not. The choice is yours. Toodaloo.